Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, 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 welcome. I decided to squeeze in another video this week. Okay, I'm in my descending into inner world mode here soon. So I figured I'll come on here and give as much as I can before spirit is like close up shop. So I just did a reading. I cleared the space, and I'm now going to give a collective reading. So let this video find you whatever space and time that you're supposed to find it, okay? In order for you to get whatever messages to align you for your best possible future, okay? Let me load down my ambient music. And I just want to say that I did have a little message about egomania. Okay, those of us whom are living in our egoic state, okay, inflated egos, okay, and why humility, I know that's been a theme for the past couple of videos, why humility is very important, okay. Humility allows you to learn. It allows you to ascend from our lower level natures. Okay. There was this idea of respect. Okay. Now, I want to also say that respect comes from difference of culture. Okay. So you don't seek to be disrespectful, and you also don't get easily offended by the actions of others who may not know your culture. Okay. This is all to help with the egomania. Okay. And not getting ticked off by the element of pride, which is usually based off some kind of physical thingy. Okay. You can have dignity in your culture. You can have dignity in these things, but being prideful leads you down the path of egomania. Okay. Lower level thought forms, lower level entities, lower level spirits live down there. All right. The one who's quicker to anger has given away his power. Do you hear me? The one who is quicker to anger has given away his power. Now, this could also be for girls, okay? I'm not just saying him, I'm just giving the words that are coming, okay? There's also more power in unity than in separation, all right? So be mindful of that as you're moving through this world, okay? Your unity will have to do with vibrational matches, okay? So I'm not talking about blind loyalty. I'm saying unity. When you're at a moment where you trust your resonance and you take accountability for your own self and your own actions, all right, you start vibrating at a different level of frequency, all right? And because of that, you can trust your vibration and you can track all those within resonance, okay? And you can trust that, all right? So with that being said, you unite with those who also have that vibrational match to you. All right. When you're able to look in the mirror and truly love who you are, not a version of yourself that you've made up in your mind, but the actual truth about your being. All right. You can trust the unity of those that are in resonance in your circle because of that work that you've done in the shadows. You can't bypass the shadow work. It doesn't matter how much you study other people. It doesn't matter how much you download how many other people's consciousness. If you're not able to actually whoa, I love it when this happens. Okay, I just plug, I'm using Divinations, the Energy Readers Oracle deck. Okay, hit me up if you'd like to purchase. All right, I will ship it to you. But on the cut, we got Shall We Proceed? Yes, indeed. On both. Okay. And no, I don't do that. I just happened to pick it up and that was what happened. Okay. Um, but yes, egomania, humility, and understanding that you must trust your resonance. Okay. Trust your resonance. Trust your resonance. Okay. This way you can see the truth from the fake, to see the real from the fake. You know what I'm saying? And you can stay authentically yourself. All right, I am going to do a meek message because it's too much for this video. I want to do a reading. I haven't done a reading in a while, and I want to do a reading tonight. But there is a conversation. If you go check out Gogo and Kenyezi's page, shout out to her. Much respect to her. Ubuntu. I really do enjoy her. Tokozani. I like her so much. But when she speaks, my genes, my cells react. Okay. I love that vibration feeling. All right. It literally feels a connection of unity. It makes me feel connected on a genetic level. It's out of this world. Okay. Mogaju a yellow. All right. So, with that being said, let's get into the reading. Okay. Thank you, God, creator of all things known and unknown. Please guide my vessel with this message on the highest positive frequency for divine alignment for all those involved. Divine wisdom, power, and glory. I honor all those who come before me. You divinely protect and respect from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. Praise God in all tongues and all languages. Egomania. So I just got 2 cards come out, but I just want to make sure that we are saying the whole thing about the egomania thing is to get out of the sense of the ego. Kill that off. You can't really kill your ego, because it's your identity. However, don't get too stuck there that you're unable to ascend. It is very, very important. We got my ego is balanced. All right. My ego is a balance. Okay. Your identity is very strong. It actually, it is important to link you back to your tradition, link you back to who you are, what you were created for in this lifetime during your soul journey. However, you must balance it because especially when you're getting into the realm of unity, you're going to require humility as you're moving through these streets, okay? And having respect for the cultures of others, all right? That's just how it is. You may have your own viewpoints and other perspectives, but does it really matter? No. You know why? Because other people, just by vibration alone, will be able to have vibrational match with you, regardless of what culture that you come from. You understand? Because the truth will always prevail. Because some traditions were not well against the people. Okay? We know this. Some of these things keep you trapped into a loop of suffering. Whatever what culture you come from, whatever what religious structure you come from. Ominida. We want freedom. Okay? We have freedom. True freedom. Okay? So, with that being said, I don't really care what cultural background. When I see you, I see myself, I and I. You understand? So, this is where the balance of the ego is required. This is where humility is required. All right, let's get into the reading because we already have some cards come out. Again, we're using Divinations, the Energy Readers Oracle deck. If you'd like to purchase, hit me up. Okay? First card up, we have oneness. Yin and yang meets negative polarity. You will attract your opposite polarity as you ascend in consciousness. How you navigate these interactions will determine what you will experience in the next karmic cycle. Your existence is not a threat to me. My existence is not a threat to you. Say this mantra anytime you experience an entity spirit of jealousy, hate, anger, confusion, or deception in your auric field. All right. Right? Oneness, yin and yang meet. So where there's positivity, there's always going to be negativity. These are just the natural laws of the universe in which we're living in. All right? You must be able to understand what your divine role is in every interaction. All right? So now go back to the idea of the egomania. One humbles or balance one ego in order to realize we are not threats to one another. You cannot be a threat to me, to be quite frank. All right. Whatever it is, any feelings of deception, any feelings of jealousy, hate, anger, that's your cross to bear. And has really nothing to do with anybody else but you. Next we have the answer is no, plain and simple. Spellcaster card, I make decisions in a peaceful state of mind. And lastly, my ego is balanced, just to echo what our overall arcing message is today for this reading. Now, you could be getting a call, invitation, some kind of contact with a opposite polarity being, one who may be threatening you or showing some level of aggression, which makes sense because of the alignment that just happened yesterday. Mars is coming out of retrograde. I think that's what it was. And again, I don't really follow this astrology stuff. I know some of you guys ask me astrological questions, but I don't look at it as a point of that. Okay, I read energy. Okay, which means that it's already happening. It's already aligned. Our stories were already created before we came here. All right. And the oldest people map the stars. All right. And that is our power. So with that being said, it's not like I go on like astrology readings and be like, oh, la, la, la. No, I hear things and I'm like, oh, that makes sense because this and this, it's all one on many different planes of existence. But most importantly, the 3 planes of existence that matter, which is physical, mental, and spiritual. They oftentimes try to knock off the spiritual, but the spiritual is very, very much necessary, okay? Because it dictates the other 2. All right. All right, so just remember that you make decisions in a peaceful state of mind. If anything's coming to you that's trying to give you the rah-rah, okay, that's coming at you with the, it's very immature. And not only that, you know that they're not balanced. So it's like you got to take everything with a grain of salt. I tend to laugh just to let off that steam because there was a time where that energy would automatically bring me back to my egoic state. And then it's rah-rah. However, as we are growing and we are learning, we realize we don't need to give this power up because it's a low level energy. All right. You guys need to be mindful as well as when you're watching all these things that's happening in the world, that remember that you're in the world, not of it. Mogaju are yellow. Remember that. Okay. Once you know this, you move peacefully because what can touch who God has blessed, no man can curse. Especially if you're divinely appointed. All right. And that's not even coming from an egoic state of mind. That is just what it is. All right. So you don't need to give up your peace. And I've seen this on my own journey. People rah, 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 because they want you to do something. They want you to give them some energy. They literally come like thieves in the night. Don't fall for it. Your existence is not a threat to me. My existence is not a threat to you. Maybe your own existence is a threat to you because you have chosen to serve something else. All right. As for me, we ascend. As for I and I, we ascend. Okay? We ascend. You have no power here. And we do not do that here. Shout out. All right. So we have the Lover's card here. Divine union, masculine and feminine. This could be happening with the union within yourself. The sun is shining. This is a God-giving blessing. Okay? God-giving blessing. No one can stop this. No one can stop this. All right. Balance your ego. So if this has to do with a relationship that you're in, make sure you're remaining humble. All right. We have the 8 of Cups, which in the traditional tarot usually means to walk away from something. Walking away from an emotional problemo. Okay, but here in this deck, I'm not getting that from this card. I'm getting leading with your higher self. Someone's preaching to you. I don't know if this is supposed to be me in the reading, talking to you right now, which would be funny about this divine union. But remember to balance your ego and you make decisions in a peaceful state of mind. So if you're with someone in a romantic relationship, or if you're torn within yourself between your masculine and feminine energies, meaning that one is trying to say, my heart wants this, and the masculine will be your mind wants something else. You have to be able to lean. What's the word are we saying? Learn, learn from your experiences. That's what I heard. Okay. Learn from your experiences and be able to be taught and led from your higher self, because your heart and your mind should never be in opposition. Okay. You need to make sure that you're moving with a peaceful state of mind. Okay. And when in doubt, always live in your heart space. I'm not saying make decisions based on your heart. I'm saying when the correct answer will be have you living in your heart space and also having a peaceful mind about it. Okay. Because your heart knows the truth. Okay. And if you don't know, well, then I also will say, this is what I think the teaching part is about the reading, is that you ask your higher self to give clarity so that your mind and heart can be at peace. They're also reiterating the answer is no, plain and simple. So whatever it is that you are just contemplating about, just know that if it really was meant for you, it would not have your mind and your heart battling each other. Say it with me. My ego is balance. My ego is balance. Okay. If it's an entity of anger, confusion, it's also being a threat to the divine union between the masculine and feminine. Again, I'm using the African American Tarot. Just putting a plug in for that. You may want to recite, your existence is not a threat to me. My existence is not a threat to you. Oftentimes, I know we get into unions with people prematurely because of loneliness, because of pressure from family, pressure from friends, pressure from society. Um, but again, pressure is not peace. Okay, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Okay, when you really do trust your resonance, you align yourself with things that's actually meant for you. All right. I do want to read what the book says about the Eight of Chalices here, because it does look different from the one that I in the traditional one. Okay, so we have Tor Malcolm X, New York, maturity, correct assessment, concreteness, growth, renunciation, and sacrifice. Maturity, maturity. Okay, so that's what I'm getting with this idea of my ego is balance. Okay, this has to do with growth. All right, just like when I just came into this whole thing and talking about, yeah, there was a time where we rah with each other. Remember in school days, people fighting, oh, you think this, da da da, coming, all of this, da la 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 la, rah. Okay, we don't have nothing to prove to these lower entities, and not only that, they literally are designed to try to vamp. It's a vampiric energy that tries to suck your energy. You know, so the best thing to do is either laugh, remove yourself. These are all very good things, but don't let the ego keep you trapped in now getting baited into some bullshit with somebody. Your existence is not a threat. No, it has never been a threat. Right? You've inflated your ego with this idea that you are a threat to others, or you're some bad man, bad girl. The answer is no, plain and simple. All right? We move it peacefully because we don't have to fight our battles alone. You have a problem with me, you do war with me, you have a war with God. That's how we see it, and that's how we move. All right, so let's get some angels of abundance messages. And this is for I and I. All right. You hear me say words like me, it's because I am channeling for whoever this message is for. So if you need my words, you'll feel a certain vibration when I'm speaking, because I don't speak separate from myself. You understand? All right. Oh yeah, I want to read that one. And then angels of abundance. Any messages for here? No, my dear. All right. So you want the angel? Yeah, we want that one. Okay. And then let me just read this real quick as it's out already. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay, the lovers. Land, agriculture, harvest. Light, attraction of opposites, spiritual integrity, inner balance. You see what I'm saying? My ego is balanced. That's how we can reach here. Divinity or nothing. Examination and moral tests. Deep love and friendship. All right. So if you're able to overcome this test of this challenge of the ego, all right, you will ascend. Okay, you will have the favor of the cosmos. Okay, this way you're not. They can trust you to not give energies to the vampiric energies out here, which there are many, and they are trying their best. All right, so rise above it. Rise above it. This is you should be able to recognize the algorithm by now, the stress levels, the things that they do in order to try to take your energy. All right. We do have Omega, victory. Your desire is coming fruition. Keep up the good work. Oftentimes, you guys will see when you're about to make a breakthrough, that's when things like this start happening. When you're about to shake things up, that's when the entity will take over people close to you. It will take over your people who have authority over you in order to see if they can still harvest your energy through those that you have close. But like I said, trust your vibration. This way, even if they are close to you, even if they are the Judases of your storyline or your consciousness, you'll be able to see them. So it won't be surprising. Don't take it too personal. All right? All right. So lastly, we have Marilena. You are confused and indecisive because you do not have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. All right. But remember, we make decisions in a peaceful state of mind. So maybe you are going to hear this message now. And if I am the expert advice, okay, without knowing too much details in your situation, you know now what to do. Your existence is not a threat to me. My existence is not a threat to you. You remember, a lot of people try to come, they try to be source. Okay, you remember, you may be a source for something if you're aligned with my divine purpose, or like I said, your divine purpose. Okay, every time I say me, please know that I'm speaking to you. There's a certain part of the channel that's required for me to be like empathetic to the point where I'm in your shoes. I'm talking as you. Okay. But yes, some people might be coming into your life just for this test in order for you to be in harmony with your heart and mind. Okay. Your heart, mind, and spirit. Okay. Or your physical, mental, and spiritual. All right. You are already victorious with this. So it's literally, I'm just giving you the heads up for the playbook, or if it's already happened, for you to actually come back to peace. Because the more you recite things up here, the more you're giving energy to it. Think good thoughts. Okay. And then also the answer is just no. You say no, no. Plain and simple. Matter of fact, if people come at you with a rah-rah and they're like, what? Just be like, no. That's all you gotta say. I'm not engaging. You never gotta say all that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, like I said, do your meditation. Your existence is not a threat to me. My existence is not a threat to you. No. Deal with it. Because they have to go back with themselves. Okay, that spirit, we can't latch onto your aura field. So then they will just have to go back, do what they have to do to get rid of that entity by balancing their egos and realize that they're just a fragment in the universe, in your universe, that can be gone just like that. Disappear. Heckama. All right. Anything else, God? I think that's it. That's good enough. Have a good one, guys. I might do one more reading later, but who knows?